Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, as the government shutdown continues, thousands of Mainers have been notified that they will not be receiving their SNAP benefits next month. We'll have the details. Plus, with Election Day quickly approaching, Maine's largest police union is letting it be known where they stand on Question 2. And nurses in Maine are calling for change, pushing for a safer workplace environment and higher standards for all nurses. Good morning, everyone. I'm Craig Colson. Janessa Bishop is heading out on a story. We'll be hearing from her later on. We're going to kick things off this morning with a check of the forecast. We've received some badly needed rain, and it looks like there's some more good news for people who are worried about all their wells drying up out there. Looks like today will bring more rain, and it will continue on and off throughout the day. Could be heavy at times. For more on that, let's turn things over to Chase Ropanak.
Thank you very much. Your morning weather is brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning. October in-stock sale happening now at our Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln locations. All right, out there for this morning, we got some increasing clouds out there ahead of some showers and possible thunderstorms for today. Otherwise, lows in the low 40s here in Bangor, low to mid 40s along your coastline. Few view near 45. You can see that in Portland. But as you go north, temperatures a little bit warmer in Millinocket this morning, 48 for you, but low 40s near Clayton Lake up north. So we're going to see temperatures getting close to 64 today. Going to be a struggle with the cloud cover. I got our forecast high right around 59 degrees. But as you see up north, going to be much cooler. You're going to be outside of that thunderstorm threat for today, where you could see highs only reaching just near 50 degrees up north in Clayton Lake and Caribou. So for today, we are going to have some showers likely for sure. But once we get into the afternoon hours, yes, there's a possibility for some of these areas to have some thunderstorms in there. There's very limited energy, but there is some. So don't be surprised if you hear a few rumbles of thunder, but all this will clear out by tonight. By 10 p.m., we'll be seeing some partly cloudy skies out there. So we're definitely going to have some wind picking up with this as well. Some wind gusts that can be close to 30+ miles per hour, especially for Bangor and to the east of that ahead of the system making its way through. Winds will die off tonight, and then we'll see a little bit of a breezy wind heading into your Thursday, where we can see gusts up to 15 miles per hour. But your hour-by-hour forecast is to show lots of clouds out there for today with rain showers likely and the possibility for a few thunderstorms.
All right, thank you very much, Chase. We'll see you later on. Well, thousands of Mainers won't be receiving their SNAP benefits next month due to the federal government shutdown. The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food and Nutrition Service has notified every state that November funding for SNAP, the nation's largest anti-hunger program, will not be issued. Our Grace Blanchard has more on what this means for the state of Maine.
New developments emerging as the government shutdown persists. SNAP benefits will not be issued in November.
We can't issue November until we get new guidance or the shutdown ends. There's really nothing that people can do until we get that.
Nationwide, approximately 42 million people receive Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program benefits, including more than 160,000 in Maine.
This is a really urgent challenge. For over 100,000 Maine people, these benefits mean the ability to put food on the table, and a disruption of this scale will really cause ripple effects across our communities.
The disruption is expected to have a major impact on food banks and pantries statewide, just as we are heading into some of the most difficult months of the year.
Our numbers are going to go even higher than what we have right now.
The Caron Community Cupboard in Old Town currently serves over 400 people weekly. Their executive director says the lapse in benefits comes as prices climb and donation frequency has declined.
A lot of people that are visiting us now because of the price of food and the price of electricity, oil, everything. And now with people not getting their SNAP benefits, it's going to be even bigger.
SNAP benefits already loaded onto EBT cards remain available to purchase food, and applications are still being accepted.
We'll work as quickly as possible to restore benefits as soon as we know when and how we can do that.
In Old Town, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
In other news, authorities have identified a person who was killed in a single vehicle crash in Sullivan. It happened a little after 10:30 Tuesday morning on U.S. Highway 1 near the intersection with Taunton Drive. Lieutenant Brian Archer with the Hancock County Sheriff's Office says 32-year-old Jared Birdtail of Millbridge was traveling westbound at what witnesses describe as a high rate of speed. Archer says Birdtail was unable to negotiate a curve which caused his vehicle to leave the road and descend a small embankment. According to Archer, the vehicle continued along the roadside, struck a tree, rolled onto its roof, and then collided with a second tree before coming to a stop. Birdtail was the only occupant in the car and was pronounced dead at the scene. The cause of the crash remains under investigation. Bangor police have announced the arrest of a Massachusetts man who was involved in a bad crash on Sunday. Word of this just came in moments ago. They say it appears 40-year-old Seth McLaughlin fell asleep at the wheel shortly before 4 p.m. Witnesses say his vehicle continued through a red light on Griffin Road and then struck a vehicle that was traveling through the intersection with Ohio Street. That forced that vehicle to strike a third vehicle that had come to a stop. Police say McLaughlin told investigators he had been awake since the early morning and was taking his two children, who were passengers, to their mother's house. Police also learned that he was out on bail and that his license had been suspended. McLaughlin is now charged with violating the conditions of release, driving to endanger, operating after suspension, and failure to stop for a red light. Two people in the third vehicle received minor injuries and had to be brought to the hospital, and all other parties were treated at the scene and released. A New Hampshire man has been arrested for an alleged stabbing in the town of Lebanon. 35-year-old Jeremy Potvin is accused of attacking a man on Monday afternoon in a home on the West Lebanon Road. According to the York County Sheriff's Office, Potvin arrived uninvited at the house and then got into an altercation with 52-year-old Carl Brogy. Brogy was stabbed 7 times and was later found along a highway after escaping from the home. He has stab wounds to his chest, face, back, and head. Jeremy Potvin was arrested and is now charged with attempted murder. With Election Day fast approaching, organizations are letting it be known where they stand on the upcoming ballot questions. In one of the latest announcements, Maine's largest police union, the Fraternal Order of Police, says it is against ballot question 2. In a press release, the union stated question 2 is a disaster waiting to happen. For context, question 2 seeks to allow courts to temporarily prohibit a person from having dangerous weapons like guns if law enforcement, family, or household members show that person poses significant danger to themselves or others. The union claims if question 2 is passed, it will increase the chances of law enforcement being involved in dangerous and violent encounters, lowers the burden of proof to remove a person's weapon from their home, allows for greater opportunity for misuse in the application of the law. It increases the danger to family members, the public, and law enforcement, and they say it also becomes a drain on police resources. Maine nurses are calling for changes, pushing for higher standards and safer workplaces. The Maine State Nurses Association says short staffing, workplace violence, and high turnover rates are putting both patients and healthcare workers at risk. Our Alex Schley tells us why union leaders say better patient-to-nurse ratios would help address those problems.
When we fight,
we win!
when we fight,
We win!
when we fight,
We win!
Registered nurses from Maine Medical Center in Northern Light gathered in Augusta Tuesday, pushing for stronger patient safety measures and fair staffing levels.
Coming here today to announce our intention to propose language that would mandate safe patient ratios, which we've been fighting for a long time.
According to the Maine State Nursing Association, this would not only result in better care for patients,
less medication errors, less falls and injuries, less bed sores because someone is there to turn them, answer their call bell, toilet them,
but also improve retention rates amongst nurses.
And there's tons and tons of nurses who carry a nursing license and aren't working because of the working conditions.
Maine State Nurses Association officials say nurse retention rates have dropped to just 25% over the past 3 years. They believed improved staffing ratios could help turn this around.
Nurses leave the bedside because they're not willing to work under these conditions anymore. If we had some safe patient ratios, nurses knew that they would not have an untenable situation, facing moral distress, able to give good care, not faced with unsafe situations, they would be more willing to stay at the bedside.
Leaders say the ideal ratio varies from unit to unit, but 1 nurse to 4 patients is a commonly accepted standard.
What we want is for it to be statewide, but it's a hard-fought fight. So we, at the bargaining table at Maine Medical Center and at Northern Light, will be proposing ratio language for our specific hospitals.
In Augusta, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, the city of Ellsworth will be giving back the proceeds of a home it foreclosed on and then sold to its former owner. The 6-0 vote at Monday night's meeting comes after weeks of controversy in Ellsworth. The home on 5th Street, previously owned by Kerry Karst, who inherited it from his family, was foreclosed on because of unpaid taxes and then sold at public auction in 2023. When it was sold, the city had a surplus of more than $117,000. City Councilor Steve O'Halloran ramped up a campaign to return the money to Karst. Other councilors have been working to find a way to return the money as well, legally, since state statute says it's illegal for a city to give public funds to a private entity.
He's older than me, and I say, if you can make it right, because this practice of taking people's property over a handful of money, which is taxes for a few years compared to what they've put into it, is an abomination. So if you can fix it, God bless you, please do.
In the end, the councilors voted to return the money, saying it would be legal to do so if they worked out a settlement agreement with Karst. Well, this upcoming weekend is what the Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife officials call an unofficial holiday in Maine. Youth Hunting Days is this Friday and Saturday across the state, and firearms season itself kicks off on November 1st. Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife Director of Communications, Mark Laddie, says this weekend is a chance to introduce young hunters to a lifelong sport filled with life lessons.
You know, hunting is something that teaches kids a lot of life lessons, whether it's, patience or discipline or responsibility, appreciation of our natural resources here in Maine. Getting someone interested in hunting is a great way to introduce them to a lifetime love of the outdoors.
Young hunters still need to be accompanied by an adult hunter who either has a hunting license or has passed the hunter safety course during youth hunting. Also, during youth hunting days, young hunters are allowed to take an antler deer or an antlerless deer. Kind of hard to say, antlerless deer. All right, I think we got it. All right, the time now, 8:12. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, the Bangor Humane Society is partnering up with Quirk Subaru to fill a Forester with donations for the shelter. We'll tell you how you can help out as well. But first, another check of that forecast. Looks like more rain today, maybe some thunderstorms, highs around 59 degrees. A few showers early tonight, otherwise partly cloudy with lows around 40. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with lingering showers, highs near 58. We'll be right back.
It's coming. Winter will descend. Be ready and save on one of Toyota's 23 snow-conquering all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models during Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon. Now, from the longest-lasting brand, you could get 4.75 for $60 on a stylish all-wheel drive RAV4 with comfort and refinement. Plus, get 2 years no-cost maintenance. Winter is approaching, so save at Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Autumn is here. That means winter is just around the corner, and so are higher energy bills. But when Washington tried to cut critical heating assistance to thousands of Mainers, it was Senator Susan Collins who rescued it. A fierce defender of the program, Senator Collins has secured $700 million in funds to help Mainers afford their heating bills, providing essential help for those on fixed incomes. Call, thank Senator Collins, and ask her to keep fighting and winning for Maine.
Dexter Regional High School has been named a finalist in the T-Mobile Friday Night Lights football giveaway, putting the school in the running for a grand prize of $1 million. We encourage everyone to vote for Dexter High at votedexter.com. Brought to you by McCusick Petroleum in Dover Foxcroft and Dexter Lumber.
Catch University of Maine Black Bears football this season on ABC 7 and Fox 22. Proud to bring you 5 home games.
Sunday, it's your day, so start it like you mean it. Get locked in at 11 a.m. with Fox NFL Kickoff.
I'm excited to watch this game.
Then at noon, it's America's #1 pregame show to hype you up for a full day of football.
I like it.
The best NFL pregame shows are back-to-back every Sunday on Fox.
can help making animals stay in a shelter a little better this week. The Bangor Humane Society and Quirk Subaru are doing a Fill the Forester event all week long. The vehicle is located at the Humane Society at 693 Mount Hope Avenue. They're asking for any kind of donation, from canned pet food to laundry detergent.
Well, the donations we always need are, of course, linens, anything like towels, blankets, sheets. The big one, though, is always toys and treats. I would say that those are the things that we kind of cycle through the fastest.
Select adoption fees are also 50% off this week, so more pets can go to loving homes. It's a great week to adopt an animal. On Friday, Quirk Subaru staff will also be at the shelter to collect donations and to hand out goodie bags aimed at dog owners. If you look toward the sky this week, you might be in for a show. That is, if you can see past the clouds. NASA says there will be a spectacular meteor shower called the Orionid. The annual event is already underway, but it will be most evident between the hours of 2 and 4 a.m.
The Orionid meteor shower basically is the remains of Comet Halley. As comets go around the sun will melt some of that material and push it off and create a tail. And as the Earth passes through that debris cloud, those little bits of dust will fall through our atmosphere and burn up, creating what we call meteors, or some people call shooting stars.
He says about 20 meteors an hour will shoot across the sky between midnight and 2 a.m. If you didn't catch it last night because of the cloud cover, don't worry. There could also be a few meteors that continue to shoot through the sky through Friday and Saturday. And we're expected to have fewer clouds as we head through the week, so that's good news for all the stargazers out there. All right, the time now is 8:16. Coming up after the break, a local author published a story about her own family history after researching a famous portrait painter. We'll hear from her coming up. Plus, as the government shutdown stretches into the fourth week, key federal programs are at risk of running out completely. There's also some controversy regarding that new ballroom at the White House. Those stories and more straight ahead on Good Morning Maine.
I got hurt by a big truck. Why did I call the twos? Because life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money, and I'll fight to get it for you. We got a client who broke multiple bones in a commercial vehicle accident, $700,000. Another client had a brain injury, and we got them $1.15 million. If you get hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a big truck? Call the twos. We win for you.
Come see us at R&K Variety in Hamden. R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily, we offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, our famous lasagna, or one of our savory soups, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after work? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
Fires, floods, burst pipes. Disasters happen, but the mess they leave behind doesn't have to last. For 40 years, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration has been there to help Mainers get back to the closest to normal as they can. When your property is at its worst, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is at their best, and they have been for 4 decades. Put your trust in the Bouchard team. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
Looking for a new work experience? Fox and ABC Bangor are partnering with local employers to feature the best local job opportunities, like this one.
Irish Collision Center is hiring a full-time auto body detailer. The right candidate possesses a high attention to detail, the ability to multitask, and works well as part of a team. Experience preferred. However, training available for the right applicant. Please apply in person at 43 Oxbow Road in Palmyra.
Welcome back, everyone. While researching a famous miniature portrait painter in American history, author Kathleen Langone discovered she was actually related to the artist. Our Jody Hersey sat down with her to learn more.
Historical researcher Kathleen Langone of Massachusetts grew up hearing stories about American miniature painter Amalia Kushner. When she decided to dig deeper into who Kushner was, Langone discovered she was related to the artist.
She's actually a distant relative,
And I did hear about her as a little girl. My grandmother would say, and she had actually a collection of some of Amalia's miniatures, she would say, well, this lady actually went over and painted Edward VII in England.
Langone says Kushner, who grew up in Indiana, was not only a well-known artist, but also a confident and savvy entrepreneur.
She basically became an internationally known artist. It's not just that she painted Edward VII of England. She spent about 7 years in New York City during the Gilded Age. She painted the well-known Astors and the Vanderbilts and the Goulds. She was asking in the range of $1,000 to $4,000 per portrait, which was a huge sum in 1900.
Langone decided to write and publish a book about Kushner called The Miniature Painter Revealed, and in October she held a few book signings in Maine.
Part of the reason that she got forgotten in history, there were many women miniaturists that became popular just after her that created and joined these artistic societies, and Amalia felt she didn't need those. She had fame and she had money.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Very interesting. All right, the time now is 8:21. It's time to check out the forecast again. Looks like we'll have a good chance of rain throughout the day today, but don't worry, the sunshine will soon return. Here's Chase with your full forecast.
Thank you very much. Your morning Maine weather is also brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning. October in-stock sale happening now at our Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln locations. Starting off this morning with some increasing cloud cover and lows in the low 40s. We saw that here in Bangor, low to mid 40s along your coastline. A few areas in your 45 in Portland, you see that. But 48 in Millinocket, that is the same for Holton as well, but just north near Clayton Lake, you're hanging out in the low 40s as well. Temperature is going to raise just near 60 here in Bangor for today with the cloud cover. We can hang out in the upper 50s as well. As you go further north, you're going to be outside of the threat for thunderstorms for today because you'll be much cooler. Highs in the upper 40s and low 50s as you head up further north. So average highs right now are in the mid 50s. We'll be a little bit above that for today. And then temperatures will slowly fall towards average going into your weekend. Saturday highs right around 55 degrees. Sunday taking a dip back near 51, but then temperatures do increase right back into the start of your work week on Monday. We'll see upper 50s then and mid 50s heading into your Tuesday. So temperatures fairly uniform for this week, and they've been staying around there for quite some time. So it looks like we're not riding the roller coaster right now, and we'll take it temperature-wise as we even have some pressure systems making their way through, and we'll see some wind with that for today. Across the central and eastern portions of the state is where you have that better chance for gusts getting up to 35+ miles per hour, and areas like Machias and Bar Harbor all the way up to Holton are really going to be those areas seeing the wind for today. Winds will die off for tonight. We'll pick up with a little breeze for tomorrow. Again, that central and eastern portion of the state can see gusts possibly up to 30 miles per hour once again, but the rest of us right around 15 to 20 mile per hour gusts. So as we see for today's showers, definitely likely they'll be scattered across the state, and some of those showers can provide a few rumbles of thunder. There is some energy with the system that can provide a few lightning strikes out there, so keep that in mind. But everything will clear out by tonight and going into your Thursday. There is a possibility for a few stray showers up north, but otherwise we'll stay dry here in Bangor and we'll begin to see some sunshine as well. So how much rain are we going to see out there for today? This model does not do it justice. We can see anywhere from that 1/4 inch of rain to up to an inch across the central portions of the state. Those areas that are really going to see much of the rain will be all the way from Bar Harbor up into Caribou, while the eastern and western sides of the state can see a little less, closer to that 1/4 inch. So out there for today, showers are likely, highs in the upper 50s, and a few thunderstorms are possible as well with some gusty winds from the southeast for tonight. Lows near 40, a few showers early, then partly cloudy, and we'll stay dry here in Bangor. For tomorrow, a few lingering showers up north, otherwise dry and partly cloudy here with highs just below 60 once again. Taking a look at your extended forecast, we're going to see temperatures slowly fall throughout the next few days. By Saturday, we'll be in the averages in the mid 50s and then low 50s heading into your Sunday.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
Black Bear Nation, it's football season. Join us for all the excitement of game day in Orem. For tickets to all Black Bear games, visit goblackbears.com/tickets or call 581-2327. Go Blue!
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
Hi, I need new tires.
Perfect timing. Right now, during our tire savings event, when you buy 3 tires, you get the 4th for only $1.
Wow, that's a great deal.
Right? Can you imagine finding a tire for less?
Sorry, honey. Mama needs this tire.
No, definitely not.
No.
Let's get you those tires.
Okay.
Right now, during our tire savings event, buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
As the government shutdown stretches into its 4th week, hundreds of thousands of federal workers will miss out on another paycheck, and key federal programs are at risk of lapsing completely. And it all comes as work continues on the president's new $250 million ballroom. Nicole D'Antonio has the latest.
This morning, as the federal government shutdown stretches on, demolition crews are tearing down part of the White House East Wing to make way for President Trump's new $250 million ballroom. The president hosting Republican senators at the White House Tuesday, praising the sound of demolition work.
You probably hear the beautiful sound of construction to the back. You hear that sound? Oh, that's music to my ears.
But critics are slamming the project, demanding greater transparency. The president pledged back in July that construction would not impact the existing structure. But now, the Washington Post, citing a White House official, says the entirety of the East Wing is being rebuilt. ABC News has not independently verified that report. The National Trust for Historic Preservation is now urging the administration to pause demolition for a public review process, writing, quote, "We are deeply concerned that the massing and height of the proposed new construction will overwhelm the White House itself and may also permanently disrupt the carefully balanced classical design." It comes as the government shutdown enters day 22, and many families are worried about receiving their next paycheck. Cuts to Medicaid and health care subsidies still the major sticking point, with both sides refusing to budge.
I don't know what there is to negotiate. This is about opening up the government. We have offered them several off-ramps.
People are in crisis. Every day they're getting these these notifications of how much they're going to pay. They're just shocked at how bad this is, and Trump has an obligation to negotiate with us and solve this problem.
In the meantime, critical resources like SNAP food benefits could dry up as soon as next month.
It is literally the difference between eating and not eating on any given day.
Another big concern as we head into winter, there's also concern vulnerable families could lose heating assistance, with energy bills already rising for so many families. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Paris's Louvre Museum reopened on Wednesday, days after crown jewels were stolen in a dramatic weekend heist. The heist is estimated to be worth 88 million euros, which is the equivalent to $102 million. That's according to the Paris prosecutor. The prosecutor, Laura Bacu, whose office is leading the investigation, said over 100 investigators are now involved in the police hunt for the suspects and the gems themselves after Sunday's theft from the world's most visited museum. Questions arise about the Louvre's security and whether security cameras may have failed during the heist. Details have not been released about video surveillance cameras that may have filmed the thieves outside the museum. Officials say the museum has been reopened throughout the investigation. Well, now to the tensions on a famous street in New York. Agents there launching a crackdown on illegal vendors. One of 2 federal operations turned violent in the last 24 hours. ABC's Mola Lenghi with that story.
Overnight, protesters demanding the release of migrants detained during an ICE raid in Lower Manhattan. Canal Street, a famous destination for bargain shopping and knockoff designer goods, descending into chaos yesterday. Federal officers, including ICE agents, searching the street for undocumented immigrants as part of an operation the Homeland Security Department says was focused on criminal activity relating to selling counterfeit goods. Vendors packing up their goods, trying to flee. Agents making multiple arrests.
It's gotten a little hairy at points with people running, people falling down in the street, and federal agents running after them.
Crowds forming as bystanders and protesters confronted the agents, leading to shouting, shoving, and at least one protester being arrested.
They're protesting what you guys were doing.
Homeland Security says the protesters became violent and obstructed law enforcement duties, including blocking vehicles and assaulting law enforcement. Meanwhile, across the country in Los Angeles,
this is 20th and Trinity. Looks like they wedged the vehicle. Shots were fired. We see the windows were blown out.
officials say a U.S. Marshal and a suspected undocumented immigrant with a criminal record were both shot and wounded during a targeted traffic stop. They say the suspect rammed a federal vehicle while trying to evade arrest. Officers opening fire, hitting him on the elbow. A bullet ricocheting into the hand of a U.S. Marshal. The suspect, a 44-year-old TikTok influencer, is known for recording video of ICE operations and has even been recognized by the city for his contributions to the community. Well, he's charged with assaulting a federal officer and could face 8 years in prison if convicted. Mo Lalengi, ABC News, New York.
And when we come back this morning for the second half of the newscast, we'll hear from the director of the Coal Land Transportation Museum about some upcoming events that will be taking place there. They will benefit veterans. Also, the kids will have a great time, too. The details coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Looking to power your home or business with efficiency and reliability? At Ideal Energy Solutions, we specialize in residential and commercial electrical services, heat pump installation and service, and are an authorized Generac dealer, built to keep you running in any weather. We're proud registered vendors with Efficiency Maine, from residential upgrades to commercial installations. Don't settle for less than ideal. Go with Ideal Energy Solutions. Call today.
Honey, where's the countertop?
I sent it out to the granite shop this morning to be replaced.
Wow! The quickest turnaround in the business, the Granite Shop in Sedgwick.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025, and it is also National Make a Dog's Day. On this day, we try to ensure that dogs around us enjoy themselves as much as possible. Seems like they try to do that every day. It's a day to spread information about dogs' importance as well in our lives and how much they can improve our days with love and loyalty. We also use this day to encourage people to adopt from shelters and to provide a better life for our furry friends. All right, it's time for some history. It was on this date back in 1797, the world's first parachute jump took place when André Jacques Garnin, I think I pronounced that right, jumped from a hot air balloon over Paris. 1934, bank robber Charles Pretty Boy Floyd was shot to death by federal agents and local police during a gun battle that was held at a farm in Ohio. In 1962 on this date, President John F. Kennedy went on national TV to announce the presence of Soviet-built missile bases under construction in Cuba. The Cuban Missile Crisis led to a naval blockade of all offensive military equipment being shipped to the communist nation, and also increased tensions with the Soviet Union, and is considered the closest we've come to a nuclear war so far. In 1969, former Beatle Paul McCartney publicly declared that he wasn't dead. He was trying to crush rumors that he had died in a car accident and had been replaced with a look-alike. And in 2012, celebrated cyclist Lance Armstrong was formally stripped of his 7 Tour de France victories after receiving a lifetime ban from Olympic sports. It came after the International Cycling Union chose not to appeal doping charges against Armstrong by the U.S. Anti-Doping Committee. All right, moving on to birthdays now. They include actor Jeff Goldblum, who is 73 years old today, Actor Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future and Taxi, can't forget that one. He is 87 years old today. And TV actor Jesse Tyler Ferguson from Modern Family is 50 years old. Happy birthday to them and to you also if your birthday is today. It looks like kind of a gloomy, rainy day around here today. We're getting some more badly needed rain, but it looks like the sunshine will soon return. Here's Chase with your full forecast.
Thank you very much. Your morning weather is brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning. October in-stock sale happening now at our Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln locations. All right, out there for this morning, we got some increasing clouds out there ahead of some showers and possible thunderstorms for today. Otherwise, lows in the low 40s here in Bangor, low to mid 40s along your coastline. Few view near 45. You can see that in Portland. But as you go north, temperatures a little bit warmer in Millinocket this morning, 48 for you, but low 40s near Clayton Lake up north. So we're going to see temperatures getting close to 64 today. Going to be a struggle with the cloud cover. I got our forecast high right around 59 degrees. But as you see up north, going to be much cooler. You're going to be outside of that thunderstorm threat for today, where you could see highs only reaching just near 50 degrees up north in Clayton Lake and Caribou. So for today, we are going to have some showers likely for sure. But once we get into the afternoon hours, yes, there's a possibility for some of these areas to have some thunderstorms in there. There's very limited energy, but there is some. So don't be surprised if you hear a few rumbles of thunder. But all this will clear out by tonight. By 10 p.m., we'll be seeing some partly cloudy skies out there. So we're definitely going to have some wind picking up with this as well. Some wind gusts that can be close to 30-plus miles per hour, especially for Bangor and to the east of that ahead of the system making its way through. Winds will die off tonight, and then we'll see a little bit of a breezy wind heading into your Thursday, where we can see gusts up to 15 miles per hour. But your hour-by-hour forecast of the show, lots of clouds out there for today with rain showers likely and the possibility for a few thunderstorms.
Sounds good. Thank you, Chase. Now for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Olivia Rubin.
You twins? Nah, we cousins.
The Vampires of Sinners are returning to the big screen. Warner Brothers has announced the R-rated box office smash will play on IMAX screens just in time for Halloween, starting on October 30th and running for a week.
Can you handle this? I don't know.
Mariah Carey has been named 2026's Music Cares Person of the Year. A tribute concert and benefit gala to honor Carey will take place in Los Angeles at the end of January, just 2 days before the Grammys. A list of performers has yet to be announced. And fresh off his induction into the Country Music Hall of Fame earlier this week, Kenny Chesney has announced some new performances at the Las Vegas Sphere. The country singer will play 5 shows starting June 19th of next year. As fans count down to the 5th and final season of Stranger Things, the show's creators are tamping down on speculation around the character of Eddie Munson. The Duffer Brothers tell Empire magazine Eddie, played by Joseph Quinn, won't be coming back from the dead, saying he's fully under that ground.
Let's go get these guys.
In case you can't get enough of K-pop Demon Hunters, Netflix has announced it's partnering up with Mattel and Hasbro to roll out a line of toys based on the popular animated musical. They hit shelves next spring. And happy birthday to Christopher Lloyd. In film, he played eccentric scientist Doc Brown in Back to the Future movies. And in TV, he was often the spaced-out Reverend Jim on Taxi. Lloyd turns 87 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, New York.
And when we come back, Jack Webb will have all the day's sports news. We'll also hear about some special events coming up at the Coal Land Transportation Museum. Don't go away.
Purple Coat Bangor is open and ready for business. Jump into the best products, pricing, and customer service in town. Join a growing community with monthly events, art and music nights, daily specials, and plenty of good vibes. Located at 431 Audlin Road, right off of 395. Stop by and check us out today.
You provide it all. There's no challenge you can't take on, because you've already taken on everything. You've gone above and beyond. It feels like you've brought them together. It feels like your home is taken care of. It feels like you're all at the top of your game with high-speed, reliable, no-stress Fidium fiber internet.
It feels like Fidium.
It's another exciting year of high school football in the state of Maine. Get out and support your home team and be looking for the ABC7 Sports Blitz crew. You can get a free Sports Blitz t-shirt, then watch Sports Blitz during ABC7 News at 11 every Friday night during the football season. Blitz shirts courtesy of
Central Equipment Company, Harvey RV and Marine, Healing Strength Massage, Ideal Energy Solutions, Maine Paving, the Bangor UPS Store, Twin City Tile, Worcester Enterprise.
The weak do not belong.
In Special Forces, you're going to learn what it's like to be in our reality.
Well, one of us has to stay calm.
Let's go! Throw him! Throw him!
I can't breathe.
This is pathetic! Help! I'm stuck! I'm stuck! Let's go! Get me out! Hurry up!
I didn't want to go home.
Special Forces World's Toughest Test. All new Thursdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
Purple Coat Bangor is open and ready for business. Jump into the best products, pricing, and customer service in town. Join a growing community with monthly events, art and music nights, daily specials, and plenty of good vibes. Located at 431 Audlin Road, right off of 395. Stop by and check us out today.
Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers take on Vlad Jr. and the Blue Jays. Game 1 of the World Series. Friday on Fox.
Mainer Cooper Flagg will make his official NBA debut Wednesday night when the Dallas Mavericks host San Antonio. That game is now a 9:30 start our time. There will be plenty of Mainers making the trek south for the big opener, including Cooper's longtime trainer, Matt McKenzie, who's hoping to run Cooper through a quick pre-opener workout tomorrow night. Matt says Cooper Flagg fever is not just running high here in Maine, but he's a big deal in Big D.
Sure is, yeah. Cooper is very quickly becoming a household name in Dallas. He's an easy player to look up to. He's an easy person to cheer for. He's just such a likable person as well as a basketball player. So I know that once the season gets started and he's able to show Mavs fans what he's capable of on the court, that Cooper fever is only going to grow.
After opening the season with 3 straight wins, the Boston Bruins have suddenly lost 4 in a row, but will have a chance to halt that streak later tonight. And the Bruins and the Florida Panthers faced off in the TD Garden. That already happened. The game returned the former Bruins great Brad Marchand, who was traded to Florida last March. Marchand went on to help the Panthers win another Stanley Cup. He spent 16 seasons wearing the black and gold, and tonight will mark his first time back to Boston wearing a different uniform.
I'm excited for this one. I mean, it'll be fun to compete against my guys that played with for a long time and be on the other side of it in here. I'm sure it'll be a pretty intense game. So.
Bruins honoring Marchand with a tribute during the first period. The Bruins legend visibly emotional, but right before that moment, he did what he does best. Right at the start, Brad Marchand gets an assist on the opening Panthers goal, picking up in the Garden right where he left off. To the second now, Bruins down 2, but Zaka is going to be there on the doorstep. Just a beautiful play by the Bruins to get the goal. Just love to see it right there. They're storming back. Shortly after, it's Pasta from the point. He fires one on net, and it finds its way home as the Bruins tie it at 2 late in the third. Boston down 1, but Geeky is there to clean up a juicy rebound from a Pasta shot, and the Bruins have tied this one up. However, it would be Bruins Panthers without heartbreak. With under 30 seconds left, a shot is going to go off the post and hits PK's stick and goes in for the own goal to give the Panthers their game winner. Florida wins 4-3, and Marchand's trip back home. The Maine football team is back from their bye week and are preparing for their homecoming game on Saturday. Our Max Sturm has a story.
The Maine Black Bears are fresh off their much-needed bye week and are preparing to host their homecoming game against conference rival Elon University on Saturday. However, Maine will be without one of their key offensive contributors for the rest of the season. Versatile sophomore Nick Laughlin suffered a knee injury in their game versus Merrimack 2 weeks ago, which effectively ended his season.
Yeah, it broke my heart. It really did. Outside of Nick, first and foremost, is a phenomenal football player, and we're going to miss him truly. But he's even a better guy off the field. He doesn't deserve this.
In light of this unfortunate turn of events, it's next man up. For Maine, the next man up is Rashawn Marshall. a freshman ball carrier who versus Merrimack tallied nearly 150 yards on 19 carries.
Feels great to obviously have the opportunity to be the number one running back. I just want to bring a win home for the homecoming.
What I like about him, he can make you miss in a phone booth. So he's very shifty. Coaches have said that since he's gotten here.
Looking ahead to this weekend, Maine will host their homecoming game after being on the road for nearly a month. And they are beyond excited for the opportunity to play in front of a big crowd on Saturday.
I'm immensely excited. I've never had a homecoming. At Harvard, we never did homecoming. We never did those big events. So this is really my first ever homecoming and my last ever homecoming.
Homecoming is a great atmosphere here. To get a lot of our former players back here, alumni from the school. So it'll be a great day.
Facing Elon will be no easy task for the Black Bears, as they too sit on the cusp of the CAA playoffs. But Maine stands by the fact that if they play their brand of football, they will come away with the result they want.
Elon's good. They've got good players. They've got a great defensive line, good secondary. So we've got to scheme them up.
This is just must win. Every game is must win, but this is even more must win. So I know if we go out there and play Black Bear football, no one's going to stop us, including the Elon Phoenix.
In Orono, Max Sturm, ABC 7 and Fox 22 Sports.
Let's stop by Newport for high school boys soccer. The Nokomis Warriors hosted the Oceanside Mariners on their senior day. Let's kick things off early in the first half. The Mariners pushing into the zone. A nice pass to senior Aiden Willis right in front of the net puts Oceanside up 1-0. They dominated the time of possession, this time down. Elliott Trott boots one in. It's Jaden Bark getting in front and making a diving effort for the save. Back in the offensive zone again, and Trott this time is able to slip it past Barrick to give Oceanside a 2-0 lead as the half started to wind down. But Nokomis wasn't giving up yet, and right before the half ended, senior captain Gabe Later brought the Warriors within one goal, but Nokomis holds on for a 6-1 victory. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
Well, qualified buyers can get 2.9% APR for 72 months when you finance with GM Financial. Or current qualified lessees can get this Silverado pickup for around $369 a month.
Come see us at R&K Variety in Hamden. R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily, we offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, our famous lasagna, or one of our savory soups, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after work? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
I'm at the Jensen's, who just bought a new dining set for over $3,000.
But for that price, at Bob's, they could have bought this 7-piece Betty dining set,
an Aspen sofa and love seat combo,
a 4-piece Betty bedroom set,
and a gem mattress to boot.
That's practically a whole home full of furniture for what the Jensen's paid for one room. And with flexible financing options to keep costs as low as only $56 per month, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my Bob!
Weeknights at 5 on Fox 22.
L.J. Martin leads 15th ranked BYU against Rocco Beck and Iowa State. Touchdown! Saturday at 3:30 Eastern on Fox.
Oh no! 99 to beat, all new tonight on Fox.
Welcome back, everyone, where we're happy to be joined once again by Jennifer Munson. She is the executive director over at the Coal Land Transportation Museum, one of my favorite places around. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having me this morning.
We heard you have a couple of neat things going on. We just thought we'd give you an opportunity to spread the word. One of them is going to be helping local veterans.
Yeah, so we have our food drive partnered with Maine Veterans Project happening in our lobby right now. It's just a drop-off location. They do a disbursement later in November, but we like to collect as much as we can at the museum.
It takes a lot of of hands to do that kind of thing.
It does. Our volunteers get really involved with it. We see them every day bringing in bags of canned goods. Everything has to be non-expired, non-perishable items, but it's a really good community effort.
Yeah, Galen Cole would love that too.
Yep.
He was a World War II veteran,
yes,
and he did a lot of things to help veterans. So
yep.
He'd be tickled to be hearing about this one.
And we have a World War II Jeep in the lobby that we're filling with these canned goods.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
it really brings it back together.
So anybody can participate in this, I guess?
Anybody can just come in the lobby. You don't have to pay admission to come do this or anything. Just come in with your items and drop them off at any time. We're open 9 to 4, 7 days a week.
Okay, well, it'd be great this time of year too. A lot of families are struggling out there, including some Maine veterans.
Yeah.
So, and another thing is a fun event for kids, and that's coming up next week.
This is my personal favorite. This is our Halloween party. So it's a trick-or-treating event. It's a safe indoor place for you to take your kids to trick-or-treat. It is $5 for adults. Kids are always free at the museum, but they can come and fill their bag full of candy. The museum is fully decorated, so we're going to start decorating this week, so it should look pretty great.
How does that work? Kids are going to get to go around the museum too?
So we turn the museum into one-way traffic. So the folks kind of go up and down the aisles. It keeps it pretty calm when we get big numbers. Everybody's going the same direction. You don't have to worry about fighting through crowds or anything.
Right.
And we have volunteers throughout the museum that will be passing out candy. And usually there's around 30 of us passing out candy for the night. And so the kids get to see all the decorations, and it's really exciting.
It'd be kind of a little spooky in the museum.
A little
too.
spooky.
Yeah.
We try not to make it too scary because we still want to make sure the littles can come, no problem. But it's such a fun event, and the costumes are so elaborate. I love the costumes.
Last year you had a huge turnout.
Yeah, we had just shy of 900 people there that evening. But you couldn't tell because it moves so seamlessly. You know, people are flowing through the museum, so don't let the big numbers scare you or anything. We'll have a parking detail that day, so the folks over to the Herman JROTC take good care of us with the parking.
Right,
So
everything's all very efficient.
Well organized,
that's
and
great.
Should be a fun event.
Do you guys get dressed up as well, the staff members?
The staff do get dressed up.
Yeah.
I don't make them. I don't make them. They might tell you I make them, but I don't. But no, it's really fun. I dress up. All the staff volunteers dress up as whatever they choose. I tell them not to make it too scary. You know, we don't want to traumatize any kids, but it's still really good.
That's great. And it's a safe place too. It's inside, so you don't have to worry about cars and things like that.
And it's warm. It's like 65 degrees in there, so it's not as cold as outside in the evenings. So that should help as well. You don't have to wear a winter coat over your costume.
And then you're wrapping up for the season here pretty soon.
Yeah, November 11th is our last day for the season, so that'll give us time to refresh as an organization and roll out some big things for next year, hopefully.
Right. Well, you guys always do neat things, not only for the community, but for local veterans and that sort of thing. It's a real treasure here in the area.
Yeah. The foundation does a lot of our backside stuff in the wintertime, so we're excited to get to that and help more people.
All right. Well, I know you have some of these events posted on your Facebook page if people want more information.
Yep. The Facebook page is the best way. We update that more frequently, so you see all of the information that you need.
All right. Well, Jen, thanks for coming in this morning. We'll help spread the word for you. We'll post this online if you missed any of that information. And we hope you have a great Halloween.
Yeah,
Sounds like a good time.
thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see a lot of people there.
Yeah. Now we're going to send it back over to Chase for a final look at that forecast.
Thank you very much. Your morning Maine weather is also brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning. October in-stock sale happening now at our Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln locations. Starting off this morning with some increasing cloud cover and lows in the low 40s. We saw that here in Bangor, low to mid 40s along your coastline. A few areas near 45 in Portland, you see that. But 48 in Millinocket, that is the same for Holton as well, but just north near Clayton Lake, you're hanging out in the low 40s as well. Temperature is going to raise just near 60 here in Bangor for today. With the cloud cover, we can hang out in the upper 50s as well. As you go further north, you're going to be outside of the threat for thunderstorms for today because you'll be much cooler. Highs in the upper 40s and low 50s as you head up further north. So average highs right now are in the mid 50s. We'll be a little bit above that for today. And then temperatures will slowly fall towards average going into your weekend. Saturday highs right around 55 degrees. Sunday taking a dip back near 51. But then temperatures do increase right back into the start of your work week on Monday. We'll see upper 50s then and mid 50s heading into your Tuesday. So temperatures fairly uniform for this week, and they've been staying around there for quite some time. So it looks like we're not riding the roller coaster right now, and we'll take it temperature-wise as we even have some pressure systems making their way through, and we'll see some wind with that for today. Across the central and eastern portions of the state is where you have that better chance for gusts getting up to 35+ miles per hour, and areas like Machias and Bar Harbor all the way up to Holton are really going to be those areas seeing the wind for today. Winds will die off for tonight. We'll pick up with a little breeze for tomorrow. Again, that central and eastern portion of the state can see gusts possibly up to 30 miles per hour once again, but the rest of us right around 15 to 20 mile per hour gusts. So as we see for today, showers definitely likely. They'll be scattered across the state, and some of those showers can provide a few rumbles of thunder. There is some energy with the system that can provide a few lightning strikes out there, so keep that in mind. But everything will clear out by tonight and going into your Thursday. There is a possibility for a few stray showers up north, but otherwise we'll stay dry here in Bangor, and we'll begin to see some sunshine as well. So how much rain are we going to see out there for today? This model does not do it justice. We can see anywhere from that 1/4 inch of rain to up to an inch across the central portions of the state. Those areas that are really going to see much of the rain will be all the way from Bar Harbor up into Caribou, while the eastern and western sides of the state can see a little less, closer to that 1/4 inch. So out there for today, showers are likely, highs in the upper 50s, and a few thunderstorms are possible as well, with some gusty winds from the southeast for tonight. Blows near 40, a few showers early, then partly cloudy, and we'll stay dry here in Bangor. For tomorrow, a few lingering showers up north, otherwise dry and partly cloudy here, with highs just below 60 once again. Taking a look at your extended forecast, we're going to see temperatures slowly fall throughout the next few days. By Saturday, we'll be in the averages in the mid-50s and then low 50s heading into your Sunday.
I'm born to do this. I am an American bucking bull. And this is my sport. The Professional Bull Riders. PBR Bangor bucks into Cross Insurance Center January 2nd through the 4th. It's bull time.
Time to get clean!
Yes, but that liquid detergent leaves you covered in harsh chemical residue. Not Earth Breeze. Just one sheet gives you a powerful clean.
Switch now at earthbreeze.com.
When Blazing Trails located in Lincoln want to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Blazing Trails is Lincoln's #1 trusted dispensary, providing outstanding product and customer service to eastern and central Maine.
It's coming. Winter will descend. Be ready and save on one of Toyota's 23 snow-conquering all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models during Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon. Now, from the longest-lasting brand, you can get 4.75 for $60 on a Land Cruiser Hybrid with unrivaled heritage and ultimate comfort. Plus, get 2 years no-cost maintenance. Winter is approaching, so save at Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Healthcare costs are up 75% in the last 10 years. Now millions are losing coverage to pay for tax cuts for the wealthy. And Mainers could see their monthly premiums jump $1,500. Congressman Jared Golden is working to fix this, to extend tax credits so families don't have to choose between going to the doctor and paying for groceries. Congressman Golden has always had our back when it comes to lowering costs. Call Congressman Golden. Tell him to keep fighting.
I'm born to do this. I am an American bucking bull. And this is my sport. The Professional Bull Riders. PBR Bangor bucks into Cross Insurance Center January 2nd through the 4th. It's bull time.
The National Guard's duties looked a little different in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday night. Guard members had to rescue a cat that was stuck up a tree. Onlookers gathered around with some holding blankets down below to help cushion the cat if it fell. One officer even got up on a ladder and scaled the tree in an attempt to reach the cat. It's unclear, though, if the cat was actually brought down and then returned to its owner. We hope it was. More than 300 National Guard troops have been in D.C. since August to help with President Trump's efforts to combat crime. And a retired military canine reunites with its handler. The dog, a Belgian Malinois named Erica, served 7 years, including 3 overseas deployments and international trips with the Secret Service as well. She was partnered for 2 of those years with Air Force Technical Sergeant Tara Cummins. They were separated when Tara was assigned to a new base. But it was just a month later that Tara learned Erica was being retired, so she contacted the American Humane Society, which reunites military canine teams. You can see the result. Tara and her wife were able to adopt Erica, and Erica is now enjoying civilian life in San Antonio, Texas. Looks like she hasn't forgotten all of her training as well. We like a happy ending to the story. All right, that'll do it for now. Susan Farley will be back here at noon on ABC 7 for ABC 7 News at noon with all the day's latest news. We hope you'll turn in for that. But if you're heading out for the day, we do thank you for joining us and hope you have a wonderful day.